Hello everyone and welcome back to Child of Light. In the last part we got Igniculus, we got a sword, and now we do battle.
Let's go.
So as an update, we recently did the first impressions, and you recently beat this game.
I did. Okay, the only other game that I've beaten has been World of Illusion, and that took some time. I was really excited, but also kind of sad to be done with Child of Light.
Yeah, there was kind of like a bittersweetness to it.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, you go through the story and meet all these people, and I don't know, it was just sad to, like, say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, it's going to be very common in a lot of these fantasy adventure games.
I get very attached to, like, fictional characters, though.
Fictional characters that you go on journeys with?
Yeah, I don't think you've ever seen me read a book yet, but...
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for you.
You start weeping, Chapter 12! Like, okay, apparently something sad rarely happens in Chapter 12.
Oh, no, you don't understand. The Book Thief? Forget about it.
I've heard about that. You're not the first person to talk to me about Book Thief.
Oh my god, it took me like 2 days to read the last chapter because I couldn't stop crying at every sentence. But not just crying, like crying hard enough that I couldn't see through tears.
By the way, just to address this now, I know I stutter a lot during, like, not having a script commentary, like, having to use my mind. I don't think I'm dyslexic, but I might be. Because I was like, and I, like, say words and, like, mesh phrases together that don't make sense. Because I'm, like, thinking ahead of what I say, and my tongue's like, wait, hold on, wait!
Well, that's kind of whenever I'm reading.
Yeah, but you don't do it out loud. Like, I'll listen back to my commentary, and I'm like, what the hell was I trying to say there?
Maybe you're just Porky Pig at heart.
That's all, folks. There's an amazing blooper back in the day where he's hammering some nails and he hits his finger and he goes, oh, son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you? It's like one of those sneaky censors that, like, slips right past it. Like in Animaniacs when the Thanksgiving special, when he's like, give me the bird. And he's like, we'd love to, really, but the Fox censors won't allow it.
Well, I also like that with Prince episode.
Oh, yeah. No, fingerprints. I don't think so.
Oh, they got away with so much.
Mm-hmm.
See, like, when I was playing
commentary gets past the FCC.
Yeah, that's true. They either respect it enough or just aren't smart enough to find it.
So I'm sorry, when you were playing?
Oh, I was going to say, when I was playing this, I didn't know that, like, Igniculus could distract
Yeah, you can
bad
blind
guys.
them and then approach them from behind and you automatically get the initial strike.
So not only that, or you could avoid a fight altogether. Which, let's be real, you shouldn't do because you need the experience.
Yeah.
But if you're in a crunch...
Some RPGs encourage, like, don't fight every battle. You'll get exhausted and exhaust your supplies.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of the strategy. I don't like those RPGs because I'm of the mindset of, like, just do the grind, gain the levels, and then it's just like, all my potions are gone. Shit.
Yeah.
Where's the nearest shop? Crap.
See, we watched a video a while back of, like, the different type of gamers, and there's one that they hoard everything. I'm 90% sure that that's me, because I finished the game and I still have so much supplies.
Ugh.
Like, an absurd amount.
So you'll be at the final boss and it's just like, well, gotta use these 99 potions sometime.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just like, oh, okay, like, I have, 23 refuel Igniculus potions. Might as well use all of them. Like...
Yeah. Well, I don't use them that often because you can only use them in battle.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get into the habit because, like, I might as well just hit a plant.
Right. The only time that I've used them during battle is, like, whenever the plants don't come back.
Right.
So it takes a long time for those plants to come back.
Yeah. I'm playing on the difficult mode, so the plants take longer to come back.
Oh. Okay, so I played on the easy mode.
Mm-hmm.
What are the main differences then of the easy mode versus the hard mode?
Okay, in the hard mode, not only do enemies hit harder and like they have different strategies, but the plants don't restore your health in battle. They just restore Igniculus. And I think they take longer to respawn. And there's a heavier emphasis on oculi.
Okay. Which, I mean, towards the end, even on easy mode, the oculi did become really important.
Yeah.
When you're facing your bosses
Well,
and
like
things.
right from the get-go, the oculi are going to be important here.
Okay. Huh. She's so tiny, and she pushes that big, heavy box.
Yeah.
Let's go,
You got
Aurora.
that upper arm strength.
She's getting arm day in. Well, and glutes. Pushing it like that. I mean...
I've watched Link do this. I know the stuff.
I just think it, like... I enjoy the artwork so much.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's not that many games like it. It's a more modern thing. Like, Rayman has a similar style to this. Rayman Origins and Legends.
Okay.
And they were experimenting with it, and then like a smaller team was just like, we want to make an RPG, and they're just like, all right, I want to make an RPG. So they made like a smaller team. It's like, go make your RPG, and they made this. And then they made like some like war-related game called Valiant Hearts, which was also in this style. So yeah, like it's a very
So I'm fangirling over
classic
a
kind of art
popular
style.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cult classic kind of thing. It has more and more games that are following suit. But it's a nice way to show like the modernization of technology, but also like the simplicity of the retro side scroller.
Okay.
Like when you play World of Illusion and stuff, you're not going to get that much depth
Right.
that this game pulls off. Some other games that come to mind are Ori and the Blind Forest, where you play a forest sprite.
Huh.
I mean, Yoshi's Woolly World is kind of in this gameplay style, but not in the artwork.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything in Yoshi's Woolly World is knitted.
But it's called like 2.5D. It's where like the camera's fixed on a like side-scrolling 2D perspective, but like there's also depth to like the backgrounds and the foregrounds.
I like that. I like that a lot.
There's a lot of games like that. Like most Kirby games function that way. And it's because like, well, when you play 3D games, you have control of the camera. You have to... Oh, we want to address this now?
All right. So because I finished playing Child of Light on my own, you guys didn't get to see that on camera. It would have taken forever because I'm slow. So I finished playing Child of Light, and I started playing Alice on the Xbox. And you guys will get to see me get pretty frustrated. So there'll be like a first experience with that one coming soon, and you'll actually get to see me get pretty frustrated. So.
But yeah, so how it came to be was there was the 2D games and the 3D games, and mostly those are just like, we want the aesthetic of like the 3D games, but we don't want to deal with the camera. So that's how 2.5D was kind of like came into pass. And like one of the earliest games was Klonoa,
Okay.
followed shortly by Yoshi's Story, and then games after that followed suit. But like Klonoa was the pioneer of 2.5D games, where the camera's fixed and it weaves around you, but you don't control it. And this is our first boss battle. The Guardians of the Queen of Night.
The Headless
Statues.
Guardians.
And the boss music in this game is incredible.
I think just the music in general is incredible. But
the boss music is like a very different...
oh yeah, the
like,
tone shift.
Yeah, a huge tone shift from the rest of the game. Like, it's very faint piano, whereas the boss theme has choir, strong drums. So yeah, the one in front mainly attacks, and the one behind boosts their speed and attack power. So they are extremely weak to light. So what I like to do is just focus on one and obliterate it with light spells. But if the enemies are ahead of me, I automatically go into defense mode. Because if they interrupt me, I'm in trouble. Starlight, star bright. See? He's already wounded.
Wow, okay, you said that and I automatically went into like a Christmas carol.
Yeah.
Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Like, just because it rhymes doesn't mean it's a part of the song.
How about first star I see tonight? Let's dust that one off and use it. And there we go, he's gone, so he can no longer buff. So now it's just the attacker. Still want to heal though. Ooh, Elysium's Gate.
Ooh, you're
It's okay. I just gotta use a magic potion now. That's another problem with I don't know if it's hard mode, I don't remember, but the start of the game you have so little MP.
I think it's just the start because the MP that I'm pretty sure I started with was like 8.
Okay.
Either 8 or 10.
There we go, defense, good, good. Now we can finish this fight. The good old Starlight Blast.
Just go straight into Mortal Kombat.
When we have a better setup, we're going to do some racing games and fighting games where we're actually versing each other. We're on the same team.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. It also gives me time to not be as bad.
Because like we have quite a few requests for you to get into Smash Brothers.
Yeah, which I'm really excited.
Our Smash sister.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I am. I'm one weirdo that's
I don't like Smash Brothers.
Which I don't think would happen because
That'd be weird.
You know.
I know I have some friends that like don't like playing it as much because everyone else does it too competitively.
See, that's also what I'm afraid of. I'm actually pretty competitive.
Well, are you competitive enough to where like you'll get rid of like some of the bonus features that help newcomers, like items?
No.
In Smash Brothers, there's items you can use to turn the tide in your favor.
See, I don't think so because I'm probably gonna need those. Like,
Well, yeah, like I understand like they're cheap, but if you just want to have a good time and play with your friends, turn the items on. Who cares? So you don't win every time because you're the best player. Who cares?
I care.
This is where the game really takes its first shift. After the story, of course.
Once the sun shone upon a land of sequined valleys and peaks of white, and at night ruined castles glowed with alabaster light. From the stars in the crescent moon, a queen of light ruled this rambling place. Each night she walked the palace alone, her luminosity dawn's own face. Until one night there was no trace. The queen had vanished, and with her the light. Dark resided in its place. The usurper, Umbra, hid from sight. She sent her daughters in her stead. The sun, the stars, and the crescent moon, they pilfered from the sky, extinguished them with the monsoon. Then Umbra's dark creatures conquered the land. Our lives soon snuffed out by a wave of her hand.
Okay, so honestly, like, after I played it, and then watching you play it, I picked up on a lot of little nuances.
Oh, yeah?
That I didn't catch the first time around.
Very common in video games. Like, you go through and it's just like, they did
foreshadow
they did
this. Say that. Or like, even the pictures in the stained glass windows, I'm seeing it, and I'm, like, seeing all the bosses that we're gonna, face, and I'm just like, huh! Wish I would have paid attention. Like, just clicking on through.
Yeah, that's why we're not reading. Because, like, I'm just going to let me going through. It was a fun idea on paper. But for future recordings, I think what I'm going to do is pace myself.
Yeah.
Actually read them out loud, read, and then be like, all right. And like pre-plan, hey, I want to read.
Well, I mean, that's the Lady of the Forest.
And she's going to give us like the first game-changing power.
Just the star.
Yep. And now...
We have wings!
Yeah! So now we can fly. And it's very unusual for a game to give you the power of flight this early on. Usually flight is like one of the endgame abilities, to where it's just like, okay, you explored the land, now you can just fly over it for fast travel.
See, I think though, like, one of the main reasons she needs the wings is because we're collecting things other than just like potions and the treasure chests. Like, she's finding the confessions.
Mm-hmm.
She's finding like other things that are floating in the air. So like, she definitely needs the wings early on. Because I mean, even whenever I was playing through it, I missed so many of the confessions and had to go back through at the end and, you know, try to find them to get the full story. Which, for anyone playing the game, find the confessions, read the story, it's pretty cool. She's like, look, Mama, I can fly.
So Aurora wandered, the twilight forest far from home. Starlight only to guide her, except for a firefly alone. And she knew the comforts, a family who could not trace her, searching for the sun and moon, a father to embrace her. Somewhere in the night, perched upon a throne in the dark, waited Umbra, the usurper.
Gonna need some of these.
Get Igniculus over there.
Yeah, I'm not as conservative with potions in hard mode. I go a little liberal.
Yeah, I definitely think that's...
You get a potion, and you get a potion, and you get a... Forget liberal, I go full on Oprah.
Everybody gets a potion! Yeah, that's one thing, if I could play through it again, I would change. I would definitely use the potions more.
Just because you had so many by the end, it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
why did I store
Like,
these?
I literally had healing potions in, like, the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I think of how many times I let my characters die instead of just giving them a potion.
Yeah. Lady, I need a potion. But I only got 19. But I'm dying. Yeah, but maybe we can power through. Your Majesty.
I'm not a princess. Like,
All right, you. I've got wings this time. Let's take the fight to the skies. 'Cause that's how a princess talks. All right, you.
with like a weird male Cockney accent. I just picture your voice coming out of that little tiny like Aurora body.
Light ray. Obliterated. Growth spurt. Caw!
Oh, worst. I hate it when they increase their speeds. Just like, ugh.
It's fine when they increase their speeds. I don't like the enemies that's like, everybody speed up.
Oh my god.
Hey, everybody charming.
Everybody. Everybody gets a boost.
You ever see that commercial? It's like a Bud Light commercial where like the guy comes over with the dog and he puts it on his head and he's like, hey,
Yeah.
everybody charming. He a charming, you charming, can a buddy get a Bud Light, man?
Yeah. Because the sign says no dogs.
Yep.
So, and the dog has like little dreadlocks. So he just puts a dog on his head.
It's one of my favorite commercials. Bud Light just knows how to make good commercials.
They do.
Dilly dilly!
It's a shame their beer tastes like cat pee.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It tastes like cat piss.
Oh, it does. It's just watered down pee. It's awful.
Not much of a beer drinker, to be honest. Rum. Rum for me.
I don't know. If I'm drinking beer, I want like a Murphy's or like a dark, really dark beer.
Alright, so we've got ourselves some oculi, a victory. We'll see you guys in the next part as we continue Child of Light. Now heal up.
Better heal yourself.
Heal yourself, fool.